Foreman Frank.
What you looking for, sonny?
Sir Christian of P. I'm a student at the university in Prague.
I didn't know you, but you can't just amble around.
I just have a few questions.
The more we got, but make it snappy, man.
What is the work of a mon...
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stythe.
How exactly do you...
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yak? You take a kevil and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning and don't croak from the stythe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion, or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you hew it.
How do you get the ore?
Same way it's hewed, in the dart and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot. Once you get out by with the corf, you get a tally, and you can...
How much do you...
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink, but us buggers, the ones doing all the graft.
Can you give me a more...
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a corf. That's near way to make a living.
I wonder... How much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need to know that for? Them numbers won't be useful to nobody.
I really need to know it for my work. My treatise won't be complete without it. Est rerum omnium magister usus. Experience is the best teacher. And you have that experience.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk-handed, eh? Alright, I'll tell ya. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. Take care.
you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are you? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague, and I'm writing a thesis on the life and lot of miners. Are you praying? Why?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. Young Jaybird. We dinged the berg, set it ablaze, all good. He took a mell, battered the fire. It all came crashing down on him.
That's awful. Sorry about your friend.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying it was and now...
There's no more pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're right. I hope the Lord has welcomed the poor lad into the kingdom of heaven. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty
tin,
and merciful
iron,
God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I
of
ask that you
gold,
bless my
silver,
brother who has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may your
tin,
holy angels
iron,
save his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and
Bring his
metals.
soul to
I ask that
eternal
you bless
glory
my
through our
brother
Lord,
who has died
our
in his
Saviour and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save his soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory through our Lord, our Saviour and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen. So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask about out.
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the banking coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know. That's life like.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many cores did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
You must be the one that Christian sent, eh? What's your head, then?
You're the kind man.
Grüß dich.
You're the local
Na ja, I buy ore. And who are you?
My name is Henry, and I'm here by Sir Christian's permission. I study at the university in Prague, and I'm writing a thesis on silver mining.
Wirklich? Interesting. In any case, you are in the right place. The Horshan shafts are some of the most profitable in all of Kuttenberg. I am Hermann. If you have any Fragen, I am happy to answer them.
As an ore merchant, what do you do?
My job is to buy ore from the mines and resell it to the smelting works. Every day I count the amount of the ore mined and test its quality. That is why we are also called assayers. Depending on the quality, I then estimate the price at which I can sell the ore.
Do you buy silver together with the stone?
I do. You can only get pure silver from the stone in the smelting works. That is why it is important to know how much of it is in the ore.
How do you estimate the price?
It takes skill and experience. I go through a few curves, get some samples, and bring them down here to assay them. Then I estimate the ratio of silver to the waste and set the price according to the average.
And the price is always the same?
Nein. The price of the curves is determined by the highest bidder. The smelter that can pay the most gets it. The important thing is to keep an eye on costs, so we do not end up paying more for the ore than we get for the pure silver.
How many corves do you buy a day?
It varies. It depends on the rock that is being hewed. When you hew into hard rock, the yield is smaller than from soft rock, which crumbles with little effort, but there's little silver in it.
How many corves did you buy lately? For example, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Sancta Petronilla? Weiß nicht. Entschuldigung. I do not remember. You can ask Christian, though. It is all in the books.
I already know how many corves the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the Ore Merchant are in it up to their ears.
What about Vavak?
I still think the trail will lead us to him, but we know too little so far. You need to talk to Fett and Herman first. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. When you've talked to them, come back to me.
We need to talk.
Was ist denn los?
Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
Stealing the king's silver is a capital crime. You'll swing for this, Herman.
I told you, I do not know anything. I have nothing to do with this Scheiße. Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corves than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fest of St. Petronilla? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Your story doesn't add up, Herman. We found out. Simple as that. Don't try to outsmart me and Sir Christian.
I am not trying to do anything. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
How long has this been going on?
Several months, maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Dear friend. Greetings to you, friend. So, I went to see my brother and to talk about the inheritance.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
To steal silver from the king is a most serious crime. Punishable by death.
Why are you telling me this?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads. And they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
You have nothing to fear. You're under my protection, and nothing will happen to you. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you. Believe me.
Wait, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk. But I don't think it was an accident.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the Mint Master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The Mint Master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman this time, then?
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slight... In short, be charismatic. As charismatic as you can manage.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon if you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure, and make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see...
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen, and sell off the rest, along with the...
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in some...
I got it.
Here, I've written you a letter of... I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't... Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the... If my guess is correct, It should be 90. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure. Good luck, Henry.
I apologize.
Stop for a moment, good sir. We're on the search for heretics and sorcerers, and I'd like to ask you some questions. So hear me. I am Brother Adelbert from the Order of Preachers, charged by the Holy... On our travels through this region, we've heard talk of many... They say he looks like a young man. He travels the region on a horse, accompanied by a dog, and smells of herbs. He wears heavy armor to conceal the weakness of his soul.
Stop, noble sir. I'm no fool. I can see I closely resemble the sorcerer you're looking for, but I assure you it's just a coincidence. Or maybe you've been misled by someone with wicked intentions.
Oh, yes. That is just... But if you are telling the truth, prove your...
Did you deliberately say you're from the Roman Pope? Might that be because the Archbishop of Prague doesn't approve of your actions here in Bohemia?
Don't you dare try your sophistry on me. No doubt the devil whispers in your ear, but you won't at him! Out with you!
What do you want?
You!
I'm all yours.
Calm down. Surely there's a reasonable explanation for this.
You could stick your reason up your arse. I told you something like this would happen.
What's going on here?
As you can see, something slaughtered all these cows.
Not just something. It was that creature from hell.
Give it a rest.
I won't. What'll
Seems we've been fortunate running into you then.
I'm Henry of Scallis.
I'm Marion. You look like someone who knows how to fight and isn't scared off.
Tell me what happened from the...
I was in my cottage when I heard such strange... And that beast what did it. How am I supposed to make a living now?
What sort of strange noises did you hear?
It was like someone dragging neither men nor wolves, and demons carry chains so they can catch sinners.
And what about you?
Unfortunately, no.
Didn't you say you saw some...
Not someone.
Just an old
I swear by all that's holy, the beast ran from here straight back.
What did the beast look...
I only saw it from afar. But before it got...
Couldn't it have just been an animal?
Can't you see my poor girl's here? Oh, and the monster ran off.
3 legs?
Aye, as sure as my name's...
You mentioned a...
That's just a...
It's no... In the days when silver was mined here, a pit to hell...
The mine shuttering fell apart and the gallery...
Shuttering my arse! It was a pit to hell! But hell didn't scare good old Father Richard, so he set off into the... Ever since then, we brought food to the mine for them every second...
Father Richard was a crackpot.
A priest who forbade us from bringing the offerings, and now you...
Has anyone actually looked...
Only old Father Richard. No,
After the...
When did all...
there's got to be at least...
And you've been taking...
That's right. And nothing's ever happened until...
Where's Father...
He returned to his maker not long ago. The moment I caught word of that...
And you can see what...
It's only happenstance. This isn't the first.
Vladimir's right. I don't know what could have done it, but...
You hear that, Father?
Tell me something about yourselves.
Like I said,
Aren't you, a bit...
I finished my trivium at Prague University last year, and I wanted to continue. So, now I implement my theological learning in...
I'm Vladimir, the mine foreman. I'm the eldest of everyone here.
This whole thing is very odd.
The massacre of those cattle is a horrible thing. But the heresy...
Old Father Richard would chase...
Marion may be young, but he's...
Thank you, Henry. Since you're the only one here uninvolved.
And while you're there, take some peace off...
What am I to do with you? You'll do just as those wretches did before you.
Wait for demons!
Don't listen to him, Henry. But before you go through the mine, we'll have a look around the village. Then we'll all meet at the entrance to the mine.
All right, I'll help you.
A bit of food will... We always lowered the food down in a bucket. The main thing...
Don't be frightened.
You'll find it to the west of here. The whole area's deserted, and you go past the mine buildings until you reach the one that's collapsed to the ground. Good luck, lad.
God be with...
Good doggy. Good boy.
Welcome, Goodman. If you're looking for something, what would you like?
What do you have?
I'd like to do...
That's not... You see? I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Use the apple.
Dog of yours was going mad, barking and growling at me like I was a stranger.
So you can avoid danger. Hear what I say about...
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Excuse me?
I apologize.
Excuse me?
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Well then, does the poor thing still not know? The poor thing. The customers have been singing your praises recently. I do the best I can. I'm glad to hear. Greetings. And
I've heard the girls here can work.
don't worry.
I can't wait.
Excellent.
Let's...
Certainly. I've been darning and sewing since...
Satisfied?
Well, Wonderful. My, that many times, eh? You must really fancy me.
I apologize.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, when I wash their hair...
Are you whistling just for fun?
Ka! Quick! 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 Go! Die! Ka! Go! Die! Die! Ka! Go! Ka! Die!
For God's sake, young please.
Whoa!
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Scallis.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this letter with his testimonial.
Skalitz, you say? That's where the royal mines are. Am I right?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I'd still be interested in buying one. Perhaps I could change your mind.
I doubt it. I'd be a fool to give up a profitable business. But if you like, you can visit one of my operations. I'll allow you that much. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. The guards will recognize my seal. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions. If you want to know anything, ask me.
Can you tell me what happened with the mined ore in the smelting works?
We weigh in the delivered ore and crush it so that it can be sorted for roasting. Roasting mainly separates sulfur from the ore, which is why the place smells like hell itself. Then the roasted material is smelted in the furnace, and the slag is separated from the matte. The smelting process is repeated until we're left with pure metal. It's then cast into bars that can be sold. After we've given the royal share to the king, that is.
How many corves of ore do you process here per day?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants working for me. They buy ore from various mines. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf, but weigh by the quintal. We process a large amount here, up to several thousand quintals a day in total.
How much silver does that make?
That, of course, depends on the quality of the ore we process that day. 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. That then yields a hryvnia of pure silver. We can make between 100 and 200 hryvnias of pure silver per day.
Can any silver go missing from here?
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Every step is counted and checked. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's cast into bars, we keep them safe under lock and key.
How many corves were delivered from Horsham, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Why from Horsham, of all places?
I visited the mine there. They told me they'd extracted quite a large amount.
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory. It was a lot indeed. 90 corves.
God be with you, Goodman.
Don't forget, there are limits to my permission. And above all, mind you don't have an accident. Smelters are dangerous places. See you later, my friend.
My respect.
I'd like to atone.
Son, your actions are truly...
I'll do it later.
It's up to...
How is life?
There is divine... The local...
I'm glad to hear.
Aye. God be with you.
What's that pleasant scent?
What is your job at?
You mean smelting? Well, in the school, then we shovel charcoal into the stone. We do that over and...
Have you noticed anything?
Nothing. Nothing else.
So this is how they crush ore in bulk. A corf here, a corf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange. bloody hot.
It stinks.
I reckon nobody could steal anything from here. Oh, it's bloody hot.
It stinks.
I reckon nobody could steal anything from here.
Could I?
Shima.
What?
My name's Shima. You have no business being.
I'd like to ask you something.
I can't talk right now. Meet me outside in a while. Now you better get out of here before the... Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lad. I'll be right back.
Here you are, you murderer! Give up!
All right! You caught me. I surrender.
I've got it in for you. The executioner is looking forward to you. Now...
This is unbelievable. I'm a man of honor from a good family. And I'm in no mood to be negotiating with a peasant like you.
What are you trying to pull on?
Fuck you.
That's quite enough!
My respects.
What's that?
Could I?
Shima.
What?
My name... You have no...
I'd like to...
I can't. Meet me out... Fuck. I have to have a piss.
Well,
Who are you?
Henry. Sir Christian of Pisek sent me.
The steward of the mint?
I'm interested in the operations of the smelter.
What would you like to know?
What is your job in...
Here in the smelter, the extracted ore horse shit. It's an awful, filthy fucking graft for a few miserable... If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hills. But I've a family, and they don't ask me what I really...
How do you like working in the smelter?
It's a shitty fucking job. My back aches something awful from shoveling heaps of ore, but you're always breathing stive from the furnace, and then you cough your soul out after the shit. We'll all be crippled wrecks in a few years.
What can you tell me?
Listen, all folks like him care about is lying in there. On the other hand, I don't think it's...
What happens to the silver?
The bars are kept under lock and key in a safe place until a merchant or only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people have access to it.
Have you noticed anything? Does any silver go missing from here, by any chance?
Why should I talk to you about such things? How can I know it's not a trap?
Look, I know my way around silver mining. I'm conducting an expert investigation. Justice is blind. If someone's bypassing the production process just to stuff their purse, they're hurting more than just the king. Especially you, the grafters, the yackers and smelters. And that pisses me off, because I'm actually one of you.
Right. I reckon you could be. Listen up then. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for... Recently, he bought stables here in Grund, out of the blue. The entire It's all very suspicious, because he's the one with the bet. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go. But be careful, and keep a weapon.
Thank you. Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose in everything.
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. Fortunately, Master Buresh, your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down!
Let's do it then. You'll all die. I don't care how many of you there are. I'll hack you to pieces. And my dog will finally get a proper meal.
Whoa, a tough nut. Where are you going, cowards? You're a dead man. Ah! Ah! Hey? Ah!
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver?
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. All my life. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear...
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. I have unrestricted access to it. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars and add them to the books were cooked, so no one found out anything. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with the new foreman, Fett, and pay him off. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate, just like Buresh forced me.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport. Buresh had it all.
Aren't you ashamed?
And which king did I steal from exactly? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice...
Moving on, where does the
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes.
They counterfeit coins.
I suppose so. But what Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there.
Did Buresh ever mention that
Not in front of me, but you won't be able to ask him anything.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shop. The entrance to the mint is... Look here.
Why are you... I'm convinced Mint Master Vavak is somehow involved in the whole affair. I'm looking for proof.
No, I can't help you there. Well, now you have the map, and I know I wanted to, you know... Please let me go, please!
I'm quite sure you have coin.
Here, I'll go to Kuttenberg, and if we meet again, you're a good...
Quick! Go! Ja! Go! Quick!
What? You can't be here! What are you doing with that weapon? Clear off! Ah! You wanna kill me? Oh!
Well, well, well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you, an embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything, and even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground no one will hear you scream.
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus is involved in this whole affair.
The Mint Master? That's not true. Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
How much will you pay me?
Well, what's the price for your silence? Are you out of your mind? I couldn't give you that much even if I wanted to. You're skinning me here, but all right then. Now, turn around. Step back into God's light, and don't tell...
But I still need that evidence.
What are you talking about? Once more
Crystal...
Go on then. But I'm warning you, if I hear fair...
King murderer!
What are you doing?
Well, I knew, but I reckon little net turn up. What wicked underground?
I need evidence that...
Wouldn't you rather...
You can't buy...
That's the...
He can't leave here alive! Mary in heaven! You wanna try me?
Have you had enough, Buresh?
Mercy.
Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please.
You know very well what I want.
But I really don't know.
Stop lying to my face.
The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's Mintmaster, he got cocky and began to abuse. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. So he came to me one day with the idea that
Why did he come to you?
the citizens of Kuttenberg didn't like some blow-in turning up to replace Peter of Peace, and they were even less happy when he started giving them trouble. I'm a stranger here too. I've never think what you will, but I like Vavag better than all them Rutards.
So you agreed to...
Did I have any other choice? He'd destroy me and find someone else to run the... I hate to say it, but he knew who...
Wasn't he afraid of
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it... He trusts the Mintmaster he installed. And he's got no way unless...
What was his plan?
Surprisingly simple. Bribe anyone who kept records of mining, and to keep the Mintmaster free of suspicion, he put me... In the end, it wasn't even that hard. No one had the slight... And when somebody got cold feet...
What are you doing with...
Stolen? Such an...
Whatever.
It's used to mint groschen.
Genuine?
It's simple, really. Our coiners work with genuine coin dies. We're producing... No one can tell they're not from the...
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands.
And I can count on you to make... Will you give me your...
How much will you pay?
How much do you... I really can't... You're skinning me. I hope you're happy. Here's the key to the chest. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiner.
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have something else. Don't tell me you and Vavak didn't exchange letters, for instance.
You must be the devil himself. Here it is. But I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I'll be on my way. I won't say it was not. I hope we
I'll be happy to make...
My God, no!
Go to hell!
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing here?
Get out of here. If the
You don't have to worry about the guards. I took care of them.
What about Master Buresh?
Buresh is dead.
Christ almighty!
My God, why? How could you?
I came to get evidence against Mint Master of...
There are some books in that chest over there, but it's locked. And only Master Buresh has the keys.
Leave that to me. I still need the genuine coin die from you. It's another piece of evidence.
Everything we do here is clean. Completely.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from? It's none of our business.
We're just pawns. We're not hurting anybody.
Nobody's saying any different. Like I said, I'm here to free you. The guards are dead. You're free to leave.
Hang on. That's...
It's just the books you're after, isn't it? Well, so take them and go.
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Tell me more about...
Look, he made it this far.
You're
How did you end up here?
through our own...
We used to work in the mint in the Italian court. Then...
Well...
And the foreman got pissed off.
Then, the Mint Master himself came to us and offered us a job.
Who's in...
The Mint is run by Master Buresh and his people.
They're the ones that bring us food and drink. He visits every week, a friendly bloke.
We're well taken...
Why are they...
Well...
It's just... discouraged. It was pretty...
Don't you miss the world above?
Not really. come to think...
They even brought some wenches here for us once. But...
We've got plenty of food and drink.
And coin. When they let us go, we'll be...
Why don't you want to leave?
And we're told not to go far.
I'll take care of Vavak. With the evidence I'll bring again, when I'm done with him, you'll...
You reckon...
I'm sure of it.
So?
Then we could... Me neither.
Free!
Free!
Ka! Ka! Quick! Go! Ka! Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Ka! Go! 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 Ka! Ka!
Whoa!
What was I just thinking about?
I got the evidence against Mintmaster Vavak.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole. That's where he kept the books.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Remarkable. Did you have any trouble getting it?
No trouble.
I'm glad to hear it. There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that mint?
There were some coiners being held prisoner.
Jesus Christ! Held prisoner!
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an unscrupulous monster. Did you let them out?
I did, but it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the? It's genuine! That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vivak are absolutely clean! In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. It's just a shame we didn't find out more about Master Boresh's involvement in the whole scheme.
Luckily, I've got this. A letter from Vavak to Master Boresh.
How did you get it?
I'd rather keep that to myself.
This really is the last piece of the mosaic. But be that as it may, we know enough. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever heard of. With those books in Rittard's hands, Vivak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people, if you take my meaning.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint, only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Burash. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement. And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod. Excellent. You won't regret it, but don't forget. You can blackmail Vivak with the evidence all you want, but leave the Path of Silver to me. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling. It'll be a great weight off his chest. What is it you need?
Easy, good horse.
You have a kind master. Hey, Matt.
Whoa!
How many times do I have to tell you? Don't chuck your shit into my yard.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. The Lord G.
Forever.
I'm Henry. Take me to him.
Ah, Henry. Yes, I'll let you in. Shemek will take you to the Lord. I hope you're not the first to come to it.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right after dead.
Damn it! Has all his counting groschen not left room for a grain of common sense in that head of his?
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There's no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholden to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about ending up, forgive me, friends, like you and...
Christ above!
Divide et impera.
You are up, especially when everyone can see your problems. I've heard that Mint Master...
The devil take that bastard!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Kunsley.
Shimek? What's going on?
Min Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now? So be it. This matter must be brought to an end. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth 12 armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly, and then go...
What?
No, so go to your room. Take your precious crossbow. If something were to happen to me...
I love you, Papa. God Almighty.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only your fortress, but also your honor and status.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words, sir. Only, considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett, sir, to falsify the mining records together. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do when he finds out his own mintmaster is robbing him? Especially when he's desperate for every last groschen.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mintmaster again? And with nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
Exactly. Not only do we have the ledgers from Buresh, as well as yours, but Christian of Pisek also knows everything.
And if anything happens to any of us, our friends will see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about your silver skimming business.
Exactly. Hermes Trismegistos.
So, do you want to chance your luck, or come to an agreement?
Captain.
Sir.
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mintmaster the privacy he requests.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return?
The executioner is far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mintmaster? Wait! We got off on the wrong foot!
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunzlin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right, so don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunslin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our mint master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty mint master strode in like a lion and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oh, I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in her room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask her. Thank you very much, Sir Kunslin.
Don't thank me yet. The worst of it is still ahead of you.
Nobody will be expecting me. The passageway is an advantage that works on my side. Besides, I've got my spy coat on, which makes me hard to spot. I can deal with any locks. And if I come across anyone, I'll take him out without a sound or a trace.
Well, it looks like you know what you're doing, and that you've done it before. I'll pray for your success. It would help us in more ways than you probably realize.
What do you mean, in more ways?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now. And where has it got us? We look helpless, and it's difficult to find allies. But if you liberate Lord Capon, right from under von Burgov's nose, the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land, and von Burgov will look like a fool. And he'll lose a strong advantage in parleying. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against Sigismund and the Praguers.
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even Jobst hasn't realized. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on that alone. Be careful. And good luck. I'll at least look at the books you brought. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavak and how he did it all.
I wish you a pleasant read. There's more than enough on him in there. How did you
when then there was
You can simply buy it.
Definitely not just like that. It's not at all such an unusual. In Prague, for example, there used to. It may also happen that some and the king, nevertheless, and they. But I will be. I pray.
Well, what's the political situation?
All bailiff and
who sit
once there, Martin, I or.
But they
don't compare. So, but you think.
And what
he does, and they'll do what he tells them. Because
thank you for filling me.
Well, there wasn't much.
And what about the church? You can see Sedlet's monastery from the city.
He does. And his relation. First of all, the abbot is burning through his property. And then the.
Well then.
But we had.
You're right, Sir.
It is. I even wanted to donate them part of my library collection, but they can forget.
I'm glad they outnumbered us, and they had heavy armor. I'm not really.
If the worst came to the worst, we'd have had to try. But otherwise, I agree with you. We saved the lives. After all, I've already fought my hardest.
If I may be so bold.
Not long ago. Back then, I saw things differently than I do today. I feared, and rightly so, but I was in the minority. And even my son Venser, we quarreled a lot. In the end, He told me that even though he wanted to prove the Knights of Malashov didn't wear spurs just and that we'd earned when an opportunity arose to strike against the...
I understand where this is going. I'll pray for your son's soul, and I won't reopen your wounds anymore.
Thank you. God be with you.
I think so.
Careful!
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey. Well, you don't need to answer.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was... So, it leads to the cellars. But the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest. You can find the exact place.
Is it in a cave?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is stud farm managed. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads.
A wayside...
Never mind. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it.
If it's still...
I hope so too. Anyway, it should... And now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top point. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one. And again, follow the direction. That should lead you to a small clearing marked by a cross in the rock. You dig there, and you should get...
That's a really cunning solution.
That was exactly my intention when I think you're no fool. And that's not... Getting into the castle is the easy...
You're right. Horses will be needed.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about. No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father. And even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay...
You got it well figured out.
You've done plenty to help. And now it's on... You know, you might not be aware of it. Papa would never admit it. But alone, you've earned the right to the gratitude.
I'm glad I could help you and your father.
The pleasure is ours. But tell me, would you do it if you didn't need our help in return?
Well, I don't know if we'd ever have met under different circumstances. But one way or another...
I hope your word. At any rate, I also require some help. But you mustn't breathe a word.
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're...
And what might...
A book. It has great value, but...
And what book is this that's so important?
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprises. So if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know...
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would find it nice and quietly.
Your wishes...
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such there. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry...
Always welcome here.
sound.
God bless you.
Pardon me.
Excuse me.
Mutt! Look what I have for you. Aye, come here.
I'm at your service, sir.
Nice and slow.
Whoa!
Ah, damn it. I'm burning it. I have to pay attention. I've almost laughed it up. I have to be careful. It's already pretty cocked up. Now we just have to temper it.
be with you.
G'day, g'day.
That!
And you're in the clear.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. Christ, pardon me.
I'm sorry.
What the hell is that? Oh, well.
bit more and I'll fuck it up.
Oh, you... Much.
Get the swill from Burgundy and...
Where you're wrong. Hey,
I'm not interested. This is about money.
Why is this sticky?
I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
You promised that if we can't be together here on Earth, we'd be together after death.
I'm telling you, it was just one...
Whistling like that fun. My respect.
About time. I'm glad you came. I've done everything just as we discussed. Tell his lordship. We'll get things started the day after tomorrow.
Good tidings indeed.
Indeed. How many men does Riddle propose to take in the end?
There'll be 4 of us.
4? But we were damn it all. If they prove too much for us, tell Riddle not to expect me to work on any more jobs. There we go. That's sorted. Well... Ja!
Henry.
Oh, my. What a beautiful horse.
No problems, Captain.
I hope it'll last until evening.
Tell me. How the fuck is this possible?
The arrow always protected him.
I'm sorry.
We fell into a fucking trap.
We never should have gone.
It was the worst plan ever. Poor plan. You're saying it's my fault. I could have died there too. I'm just saying.
God be with you.
Well, good day.
Corel might still be alive. Don't get my blood up. Don't forget who you're talking to. Sorry. It doesn't matter now anyway. You know what'll happen now.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad.
With our faces, we're dead as soon as we set foot outside the town. Everyone will recognize us. What about Carol? A large beer for me.
Filthy again. Damn it.
There's no other way. Give me something to infect.
What a night.
I don't know. But when I find him, I'm gonna make him hurt.
Good day to you. Why the hell did they pour the beer on the table?
Come again.
Oh well, now just this. I'll be right there. Greetings to you too. What can I get you?
At your service, sir.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
It needs heat. It's cold. should heat it up again.